Coming up on the making of the Luvabulls.
1 and 2.
They're one of the most famous dance teams in the world.
This is show business.
On this episode, we take you through the grueling tryout process.
You have to come in with your mouth shut and your ears open.
Over 200 women will be whittled down to 45.
There's no guarantees, no matter what happens.
We'd like to see back 2.
And not everything is roses.
They're going to be extremely nervous because there's a lot of Luvabulls coming back.
Plus, the women behind the success of the Luvabulls.
I really, really love dance.
It was one of the hardest things mentally, physically that you'll ever go through.
That and much more on the making of the Luvabulls right now. It's an early summer morning in Chicago, and over 200 girls are vying for 25 spots on the Luvabulls roster.
It's a girl's dream. It's my dream.
If you don't take chances, you can't get anywhere in life.
I know that I'm the person they're looking for, but I'm still gonna be nervous.
I know there's a very specific person that they're looking for.
A spot on the squad means many things to many women, but most of all, it's a chance for them to live out their dreams.
This is my dream, you know what I mean? This is, to make it to the top has always been my dream.
It will be a day of intense stress, hope, and some crushed dreams.
I know what they're going through. I know the nerves. I understand their position right now and how much they really want to be a part of an NBA team. Some of them, they've been dreaming about this since they were the age of like 7.
Fingers crossed, praying, hoping, wishing.
Director Kathy Kaur and choreographer Kim Tyler have their work cut out for them as they try to piece together the best squad possible and choose the girls that are the complete package.
It's all about the whole package. I did learn that it's not about just your dance ability, it's not about your looks and how attractive you are. If you can't dance, you know, it doesn't matter.
Now in their 32nd season, the Luvabulls are one of sport's most recognizable dance teams, much of which can be attributed to director Kathy Kaur, who has led the squad for 28 years.
Everybody knows, well, first of all, they know who the Bulls are. And, you know, with the Bulls comes Michael Jordan. And they know who the Luvabulls are because of the exposure that they get here at the United Center and also around the country, around the league. But we've been to places where I would no more think they would know who the Luvabulls were than a man in the moon, but you know, I was wrong.
Sure, they're great dancers with gorgeous features, but for the Bulls, it goes beyond the surface.
We look for a lot more than just a pretty face and a good dancer. We look for the whole package, somebody who can speak in front of crowds and interact with you know, with CEOs and the community at large, and really be a great representation for us and for the Bulls.
For the most part, I think we've done a really good job picking who we thought could really paint a really great picture and have the image that Chicago is really looking for, which, you know, the city of Chicago is not that racy, which is good, is very conservative, but also they appreciate, I think our fans really appreciate the all-around package.
A complete package of dancers that has to be ready for anything on game day.
You know, we have 7 different routines that our boss, Jeff, can call at any given time, and we never know what that is. You know, if it's a close game, we can kind of gauge it, but if it's not, you know, he can pretty much call anything at any time, and we always have to be ready.
It's an organization enriched with great tradition and many magical moments. Kathy Kaur has seen almost all of them.
I always like to say Michael and I came in at the same time.
There was Michael and there's Kathy Kaur.
She is stern.
Hair and makeup all the time, has to be camera ready.
And sweet.
Don't panic, please don't panic.
She is honest.
It is difficult for us.
And fun.
Let's rock and roll.
I really, really love dance. I mean, I kid everybody because when the Luvabulls come in to try out and I ask them why they want to be a Luvabull, and they say, I love to dance. I've been dancing since I'm 3 years old. And I kind of chuckle to myself because it's such a cliche. But I truly love to dance. I truly do love to dance.
And her dream?
Is to be on Dancing with the Stars someday. Wouldn't that be cool?
And with all of her success with the Luvabulls has come a very pleasant surprise from a thankful Bulls organization.
Right before game time, they knocked on the locker room door and, you know, can we come in? Oh, yes. So they came in and they had these boxes jewelry boxes. And so I opened mine, and I was like, just like, I couldn't even speak. Of course, I was crying and, because I never dreamed. I mean, why would I dream that they would, give me something like that?
For Kathy, her work goes way beyond center court at the United Center. For many of the girls, she's a mentor, a friend, and they've learned tough life lessons from her.
She knows what she's doing, so that's why I can trust her. I know she has my back, so in turn I have her back. And she knows how to run the Luvabulls, and it's not just all about dancing. And she is knowledgeable of all the steps and what goes into it, but she's also knowledgeable of how to groom these, young girls into ladies and how to move them even into the professional world, and you probably don't even know it.
We feel that with the Luvabulls, there's not one Luvabull that leaves this team without learning something, and without being a better person in some way.
I really look up to Kathy. She, reminds me of, and I think the rest of the girls, but me personally, like, I just think of like some of the things that she says and just some of the things that I kind of take with me inside and outside of Luvabulls, and I'm just like, wow, like, yeah, that's really good. Like, that's good advice.
She's the most phenomenal woman I've ever met in my whole entire life. And I just have never met anyone like Kathy. My first year, I was scared to death of this woman. When the phone would ring, I'm like, oh my God, am I in trouble? She's just an amazing motivation for women to be anything and everything that they can possibly think of being.
From my rookie year to now, like, I hope she can see the growth and the improvement, because I can see it myself, and I know my mother is just as thankful as I am to Kathy.
Sometimes you can just tell a person is like a sponge, and they just want to take that information. They want to learn what's right. They want to learn, the best way to be a dancer. They want to learn the best way to be a representative of the Chicago Bulls. They want to learn how to get more involved in their community. This is a perfect way to do that.
I live by, of the example that Kathy asked us to live by, which is to always, it's like she always called her my second mom, because she kind of truly raised me through my 20s and then 30s, and then here I am.
Though hard to choose from the many girls she has groomed, Kathy does have a favorite success story.
There are a lot, and I'd really be terrible to start naming some and not, hit on the ones that, what about me? I'm going to go back to Kim.
Because you saw her through the whole way.
When we return on the making of the Luvabulls.
Come on, push forward!
Choreographer Kim Tyler's journey into the world of dance wasn't an easy one.
I actually tried out for Luvabulls the first year, didn't make it, got cut.
When the making of the Luvabulls continues. Welcome back to the making of the Luvabulls.
I never had any formal dance training. I am kind of self-taught, so since I was little, I used to always run to my girlfriend's garage and we would just make up dance routines.
Kim Tyler, the choreographer that binds everything together, a former Luvabull herself who was once cut from the team.
It's a tough process. Oh God, because I was like, I had an ego then, so it's probably good that I got cut. So it's a very difficult process, and anybody that kind of makes it through that training process is always like, kudos to you, because it is one of the hardest things that I felt like it was one of the hardest things mentally, physically that you'll ever go through in life, to be challenged on both ends and have that balance to make it through to the other side. And now, once you're on the other side, it gets even harder.
For 12 seasons, she has perfected hundreds of routines for the Luvabulls. And the day Kathy approached her about leading the squad was unforgettable for both.
Kim had no notion at all that I would even think about asking her to come on. and be an assistant for a year and then finally come and take the job as choreographer.
I'll never forget that moment.
She thought I was kidding. She thought I lost my mind.
She was like, okay, you're hired. You start today. And I was like, okay, let's go.
Everybody knew she could dance, but can you really choreograph? Can you really keep those 25 women in check?
And for me, the core of what I do is hip hop. So everything was like, I want to do hip hop. Where's the rap music?
You know, just like any new marriage, there are, you know, rocky times, and we've been through it all.
It has been a truly an amazing journey being a choreographer for Kathy and the Bulls.
Lovable practices are intense. New routines are learned quickly, and for Kim, the payoff is seeing it all come together on the court.
It is breathtaking because I think when I create, I put on the music and then all these ideas start coming. And then I put it on the girls' bodies. And you never know what the finishing product really is until you actually see it on the court. And then at that moment, that's when I get my aha. I get it.
But there is much more to Kim than her choreography with the Luvabulls. She's inspiring underprivileged children who just want the opportunity to dance.
So I'm always trying to have them think about, how do you want to come off to your community? You're representing your community, and I am too. And just be, you know, just be one with it. Be one with your dance. Be one with being an example for the community.
Kim is also writing reality shows, a book, and a movie. So what dream can possibly be left?
To be able to use your gift in a way of putting it on the stage and making your choreography come to life, and that it actually has a response from people in the audience and they connect with it through their life. I don't think there's anything else that I would rather do.
I actually travel here from Memphis, Tennessee, so it's a 9-hour drive. I got here at 6:30, and as you can see, this line is very long, so I'm glad I got a early bird catches the
I am moving here. I am kind of hoping that the Luvabulls will be a way for me to meet people in a new city.
I just have to go out there and give my best, you know, have a good time, be myself.
I danced in high school, so just looking forward to maybe being a part of the team again.
I've been dancing since I was 3. I'm a dance instructor and a fitness instructor, and I'm always telling my kids, you know, go for your dreams. Well, this was a dream of mine since I was 12.
I'm excited. I really would love to have this under my belt because it's something amazing. The Bulls are an amazing team.
The anticipation is, uh-oh, what's going to come through the door? You know, and how can we train them and mold them and fit them into the Luvabull lifestyle? It is show business, and it is all about the glamour. If you take a look at our posters, that's what we're looking for. It's not just about dance, it's about the whole package. That's what we're looking for. So you might be the best dancer in the whole world, but if you don't come in guns a-blazing, you know, you're out of luck. We can take 25 ladies, and more than 300 of you applied. Some did not show up, obviously, but the girls that are here are in for a fight. No, you cannot ask me why you didn't make it. No, you can't call me Monday and ask me the same question. No, there is not going to be a second audition. There will be a mini camp at the end of the month for those ladies who survived this afternoon. At the end of the month, then we will cut our squad down to 25.
I empathize with them. I know what they're going through. I know the nerves. I understand their position right now and how much they really want to be a part of an NBA team. Some of them, they've been dreaming about this since they were the age of like 7.
So there'll be TV cameras here, there'll be media here later, a little bit later on. All right, so you have to handle all that pressure all at once, because that's what we do in showbiz. Yeah? Yes. All right, good luck, everybody.
After the pep talk from Kathy, all the dancers file into the United Center seats in groups of 20. They will freestyle, answer questions from Kathy, perform a kick line, and then freestyle and exit the floor. Cuts will be made immediately.
I always tell them to go in and just have a good time. I've been in their shoes before. I actually tried out twice. My first year I didn't make it, so I always give them my testimony.
To be in the United Center with that many seats all around. I was like, I can't even imagine the crowd being here with this. So it's so exciting to know that maybe one day I'll be dancing with all those people watching me.
So you ready? First 20? Let's rock and roll. I'm a pretty quick eye when it comes to, I know as soon as they start walking if they're going to be what we're looking for. So sadly, some people just don't have that rhythm about them even when they are walking. So, and I'm always looking for that total package. Just stay in place, tell us your name, where you're from, what you do for a living, do a little turn, nothing fancy, don't give me any pivot turns, just turn around, and then the next girl, okay, in numerical order.
I'm from Chicago, Illinois, but I moved to Memphis, Tennessee. That's where I'm traveling from today, and I'm just here to try out.
Their nerves are probably going nonstop. In there, they're probably sizing up the competition and going, she's cute, she's not. She's in shape, she's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, switch, and I feel like everybody can be taught. And if they have coordination, if they're gifted enough and they just haven't had that opportunity. So I look at it from a different angle, a different eye view. And so if they don't have the perfect turnout in a kick, I don't pay any attention to it, but I do pay attention to the timing. So if they're on the timing with the music and they're on the counts, then I'm like, okay, there's a possibility. Let's see how much further we can push this individual.
After the girls leave the United Center floor, the judges meet to see who will be cut. One judge, former Bulls forward Cliff Livingston, who won 2 championships with the Bulls, was a bit torn on who to cut.
It's been a few disappointments, you know. Some girls are just gorgeous, but they can't dance. So it's like, well, can we keep them? Well, this is a dance, you know. They got to entertain. So it's kind of you get a bittersweet when you get that one that you just know that's gonna nail it, and it's like, oh, that just breaks my heart.
When we return on the making of the Luvabulls.
I'm from Boise, Idaho.
200 girls vie for 45 spots.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, that's me.
And it won't all be pretty. When the making of the Luvabulls continues.
First of all, we thank you for coming. All right. If it's your first year, I think you got a pretty good idea of what's happening here, what they're looking for. All right. We thank you for coming. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the numbers of those that we want to stay. So if your number's called out, you can go back into the room you're in and then come back out into the stands. If your number's not called, again, thank you for coming. If you're really interested, we hope you come back next year. Okay? We'd like to see back 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 13, 15, 19. Okay? Thank you very much.
I had a great time. Yeah, I'm great. I had a great time. I thought I did a great job anyway, so maybe I just wasn't what they were looking for, but it's okay. So remember, I was number 1 though, still. See you guys.
Okay.
Hey everyone, my name's Alyssa. I'm from Rochester, New York, and I'm an event planner.
It was a lot harder. You think that you're prepared, you think that you're ready to do this, and then you get out there and you have like a little box of space. You know, there's girls flailing all over the place and you've got cameras in your face and the judges are intimidating. They are smiling at you, they are, you know, trying to encourage you, but you just can't help it. You just get so nervous.
Cuts continue to be made, whittling each group of dancers down one by one.
53, 54, and 59. Okay? Thank you very much.
It's nerve-wracking just because we just got these numbers. So I'm known as Alyssa, but to them I'm 53. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that's me.
The auditions bring a wide variety of women from all over the United States.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, and I own a dance studio.
Hi, my name is Sherry Ward. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I'm a lawyer.
Hi everyone, I'm Christina Zanos, that's with an X. I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
And currently I'm the events and marketing manager at Flirty Girl Fitness in the West Loop.
Hi, I'm Kelly Dunn. I just recently got married, so I just moved to Chicago. Thank you. And I'm a special education teacher.
What does your significant other think about you auditioning?
He's very supportive. supportive. Both of our careers take that support for each other, so I've danced before, he's used to it.
I'm going to call out the numbers that we want to see again.
I personally believe that I have all those things that you need to be lovable. I don't know what else I could have that they would need.
Are 141, 143, 151, 152, 153.
I think they met my expectations the first round. We'll see after this round whether they exceed my expectations or not, but they seem to be doing pretty well right now.
They exceeded my expectations.
With the first round of cuts done, the remaining girls learned choreography from Kim.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, double up, boom, boom, pop. 7 and 8. That's 7 and 8. Boom, boom, pop.
And now the girls who made it through to the second round must face their toughest challenge of the day.
You see those veterans when they come in for their audition, I mean, you can't touch them.
After I saw them perform, I was like, all right, that's what I need to do.
Once last year's Luvabulls perform, the time comes for the rookies to blend with the veterans and show the judges what they can do.
They're going to be extremely nervous because there's a lot of Luvabulls coming back. We only select 25. There's 19 coming back.
After the rookies and vets perform Kim's choreography a few times, more cuts are made to get the squad down to 47.
3, 6, 8, 15, 26.
I feel so wonderful I could cry. I've been dreaming about this day.
My number was just called, and there was a long list before me, and I was like, oh my gosh, they can't pick everyone in this group. I hope they call 129. And when they did, I was just like, oh, big sigh of relief, big sigh of relief.
Okay, so we want to see back several sheets here. 140, 141, 151, 152, 153, and 165. Okay, thank you.
Best friends Kelly and Alyssa have made it to minicamp, as well as Jackie. They all danced on the Chicago Rush dance team together.
I'm just so happy. It's been a super long day, stressful, draining. My body wants to stop, but I want to keep going.
For sisters Maggie and Mona, who went through the entire journey together, the moment of truth has arrived.
In 202. Yes, you're right.
Oh, thank you, Mona. And I wouldn't be able to do this without the support of my sister.
Though the veteran Luvabulls exude an air of confidence, learning the choreography quickly is just as tough for them.
You're trying to sneak peeks through all the girls and because you want to learn from the person that created it. So it can be a little bit difficult and challenging to see past everyone, but we do our best to try to, help each other out and just sneak our necks around to make sure we're all doing it right.
And the moment of truth has arrived for the returning 19 veterans.
So you're all invited to minicamp? Right? There's no numbers to call. You're all invited to minicamp.
The vets are all invited to minicamp. And now, the final 47 dancers are set to attend minicamp in a few weeks.
Now I'm really curious how they're going to handle training camp, as well as who we're actually going to end up picking for the final squad. It's going to be interesting because there's so many talented women, especially new women. We have a lot of talent.
On the next episode of The Making of the Luvabulls, minicamp begins and the pressure mounts.
It's a grueling, grueling schedule, ladies. I'll just say that right now.
Who will make it through the tough choreography?
Around, right? I care less. It doesn't impress me at all.
And who will crumble under the pressure? We are heading to camp on The Making of the Luvabulls, Wednesday at 7, exclusively on Comcast SportsNet.